Hi everyone, welcome to Living with Sjogren's Syndrome. My name's Vicki. I have Sjogren's Syndrome and I am headed to a doctor's appointment for my eyes, and this time they're going to check everything, so it'll be kind of a long appointment. I've got Lacey here with me. She's got her cute little bow on and she cannot come in with me, but she's going to get to go to Home Depot. Not with me, but someone else. My driver is going to be taking her to Home Depot and some other places where dogs can go, and she's going to enjoy that. But I thought I would take you along with me if you're interested in what happens during these eye appointments. They will be checking for any kind of Plaquinill damage, which I do have very minimally. Very early changes in the cellular structure were noted on my last exam, and so at that point my doctors had me stop Plaquinill, and we are checking on them again to make sure that that damage is not progressing. The last check I had, I believe, was 2 or 3 months ago, and it was still pretty stable. So I'm hoping that it's still stable, but there's going to be a lot more checking. They're looking at my optic nerves to make sure those are not under attack from my immune system. They're also looking at my retina. Wait a minute, that's the Plaquinill thing. They're also going to look at my visual field, and it's this test where you sit down and you look into this machine, and every time you see a dot somewhere, a light up, you push this little button. They do it on the right eye, and then they repeat the whole thing again on the left eye. And I will show you what the results look like afterwards. There's definitely a big difference because there's a portion of my left optic nerve that is dead, a portion of it. So about 55%. They'll also do a vision check and update my prescription. So that is awesome. But it will take quite a while. I brought some things to do. And the first day I've had to wear a coat. So come along with me if you're interested in what happens at these appointments. The best I'll probably be able to do is take pictures of the equipment when no one else is in the room, because they're very picky and they're very on it if they see me using my camera. They're very bothered by it. And so I want to be good and not invade their privacy or their professional space. On the other hand, for those of you who maybe are newly diagnosed with Sjogren's syndrome and maybe newly started on Plaquinill, and you're wondering what these checks are like, it might be interesting for you. So yeah, I hope that you'll stick around. Oh, don't you love fall? Better get mine out of my purse. So I was given this form to complete, and I don't have any personal information on there, but it's just a history. And then each time you come back, you just check to see if there's anything changed, and then initial it, but I am out of spaces down here. So I'll fill out this. So you look into this machine, they turn all the lights off, and it flashes different sparks of light, just one at a time, and then you push this little handheld device every time you see the light. And the patch covers up the eye that's not being tested. Then they switch it up and test the other eye. Here's my results. So inside the circle, the darker the area, the less light can be seen. The black areas show no light can be seen. Compared to the right, you can see my left eye has a really hard time. So this machine takes a picture of the retina. It looks so funny. Again, your face goes up against the chin rest and you peer through the little lens there, and they just do one eye at a time, and this is what it looks like. This is a cross section of the right and left retina. So we're all done with both of those tests, and when I come back after the appointment's over, I'll explain what those tests were and what they were doing. Yeah, I cannot think well enough to remember the specific terms, so I'm gonna have to look up some stuff, and he did explain really well to me, but I can't remember the exact words he used and all that stuff. So I'm gonna finish filling out my form, my history, and wait for them to call me back to do the rest of my eye exam. There, she just put the numbing drops in and she checked my eye pressure. That's what that yellow stuff in there is. But I do need to have them dilated, although they look like they've been dilated. They get huger. So what we did is she had me cover up my left eye and read the smallest line that I could. There was a lot of lines on there. And then we did it to the other eye, and had a really hard time with my left eye. Everything kind of blurs in and out constantly. And my left eye is the one that I have the 55% nerve damage in my optic nerve, and so just the vision is all wonky. So in the thing she had me covering my eyes, it has these little holes all in it, and that made it a little bit easier for me to see. Okay, I am all done. I need to go let my spouse know that I'm ready to go, and then I can update you guys on how it all went. Okay, so everything is stable. Everything. They checked, everything that they checked is stable. Then they did an eye exam, and they increased my bifocal prescription where you can see up close. So that's probably why I've been needing to take my glasses off to read. So I'm relieved. I'm grateful that the damage from Plaquinill is not getting worse. It's very stable. So everything is, my optic nerve is stable, and I can show you what that looks like on paper. One thing I did learn is that I actually have cataracts, and I didn't know that. Very, very small, minimal cataracts, but she did see cataracts back there. And so I'll have to, I don't really know very much about cataracts, what they are, so I'm gonna have to do some research and look that up. Yep. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope that this video was informative. I felt it was really important because that's how important your eyes are. And just because someone has Sjogren's syndrome or an autoimmune disease does not mean that they're going to go blind or that they're going to suffer 55% vision loss in one or both of their eyes. It just means that you have to be extra cautious with your eyes and any kind of floaters that you might have. Make sure and report those to your eye doctors right away. keep up with your eye visits and report anything abnormal or unusual to your eye doctor right away, and always do your once-a-year eye checks if you're on Plaquinill. It's super important. Thank you. I hope this video didn't scare you or bore you too much. Love you all, and I wish you great health.